What happens when you see a Facebook Marketplace listing for something that you're so unbelievably shocked by that you gotta buy them? These happen. And not just these. I'm sure you audio guys are already familiar with what I have in front of you, but I'm about to blow your damn mind. I've got grills in the flippin' box here. And not going to disclose how much I paid. All I'm going to say is that if you guys saw this as well and you didn't absolutely hate these speakers, you would have bought them 100%, no doubt. Not to mention they were only like 7 minutes away from me. I had to buy them. And yeah, they were worth it. And the grills are in the original box. We don't think they were ever even used. I'll take one out and show you. This will probably be the last time they ever emerge out of the box. And they look like this throughout the whole thing, and they're both in great shape. I don't really feel like leaving them out of the box for much more. I'm not going to put them on the speakers. I like looking at them just the way they are, and I want to keep them grills nice, because to find a set of grills for these is already pretty uncommon, and then to find some new in the box like this and in this good a shape, that's even better. Usually they deteriorate. And the speakers themselves sound good. There's no real big problems with them. That one there, you can probably see down there, some of the lamination is peeling in a few places. So I'm going to glue that back on. I did just want to hook these up and test them. But yeah, they after I fix that, we'll have pretty darn good speakers. I mean, they already are, but still, it'll be nice once I have that actually glued back on there here. And in case you can't read the lettering on these, which who knows, you probably can't. These are Bic Venturi Formula 4s. They are three-way, and I have to say I was very, very impressed by these. I was playing just a selection of some of my favorite songs. You know, typically when I am, you know, testing a set of speakers or an amp or whatever, typically I like to play songs that I've heard about a million times, because then if it sounds any better, I know that. And I have to say, for the first time in quite a while, these did definitely enhance the listening on quite a few of those songs. I was hearing certain parts I hadn't heard before. The bass just felt a lot more rich in this. Like, you know, sometimes with the bass, it's a lot of boom, or you can just hear the lows. But this one, it just felt so much more enhanced. I was very impressed by that. And the mid-ranges and the highs certainly were pretty decent too. Of course, with speakers like this, you know, they don't necessarily reflect it up as much. And the whole reason I mentioned that is because the other thing I've got to show you back here. After long enough, I finally fixed the Bose 601 Series 1 speakers. And they are here. And the biggest issue is just some of these unsightly little gaps here, which I will probably be fixing with more Velcro at some point. I just haven't really gotten around to that quite yet. But let me assure you, at some point I will be adding more Velcro to make these look even better. This one here is the left one, and the right one's in the back. And I went ahead and cleaned up all the cabinets and everything on them too, made them look as good as I can. So overall, these things have turned out really, really nice. I finally decided to get off my butt and try and do these myself. My dad did the first one and I watched, and I didn't really have a whole lot of confidence in diving in and doing it myself. However, then I did, and I was shocked by how easy it was. Needless to say, I could do that again in a heartbeat if I needed to for another set of speakers. But yeah, these also I was very impressed by. They really carried the audio well, and they have pretty impressive bass. You know, sometimes they don't always have the best, but I was impressed by these. These are probably some of my favorite Bose speakers that were made. A lot of them aren't really the greatest. So many of them were mostly gimmicks, and I'm not really the biggest fan of. However, the 601 Series 1 and 2 are probably some of my favorite Bose speakers. The 301 Series 2 isn't horrible either. Those are probably some of my top favorites when it comes to Bose, but none of them, you know, are as nice as certain other speakers. So, yeah, that's really just about all the audio updates I have for you. I figured I'd do a dedicated video on this since I haven't done one in a while, but I do like to keep up with some of these different things around here. And yeah, that's really all I've got for you. I might as well actually show you the back of these speakers here as well, and actually give you some more up-close views of them. Here is the terminal there on the back. This one is actually stuck in, however, it still holds the wire just fine. The backs definitely don't look horrible, but here you can see what I mean. We got peeling here, here, here. Really, I'm going to have to go... That speaker's perfectly fine, but this one, I'm going to have to go along probably almost the whole top and the corners, and then the bottom corners, and then I think even underneath over there had a little bit of peeling, so I had to lift these literally directly straight up. I couldn't tip them, I couldn't drag them. Of course, I don't really do that with any speakers, but yeah, these had to be picked literally directly up to protect them, and I will continue to do that even after I fix them. But yeah, I just wanted to hook these up, and then my neighbor wants to come over and hear them, so I'll probably leave them up for a while. But at some point, I will definitely get around to gluing these and making them look a lot better. As far as the front and the you know, all the speakers actually in it go, the only real thing is that one, the dust cap is just a teeny little bit crushed in, but that's really about the only thing that's off with these at all. A little bit dusty. I'll probably clean everything except for the, you know, the speakers themselves, because you don't want to do that because the cones can be pretty fragile. But otherwise, I'll go in and I'll clean these as much as I can. And yeah, I'm really impressed with these. I absolutely love these things, and I wasn't expecting them to sound as good as they did. I knew that they would be good. I just didn't think they'd be this good. And I can definitely agree with the statement that these are definitely best served for rock and roll and that type of music. That's mostly what I listen to on this. Typically, and this will come to no surprise to anybody, that when it comes to a lot of these older speakers, the older music sounds better on them, and anything a little bit more recent, which already I hardly like any of. There's only a few select artists, and the ones I did, they've sounded good on these types of speakers, but they just don't sound as good, you know. And that's of course because when these were engineered, obviously they were taking into consideration the music of the times, not the music of the future. So, but still, you know, very impressive speakers. And I sure hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, and just in case you're wondering what this is, by the way, we've had this for a while. This is an Onkyo TX38, I believe. Yep, TX38. I don't remember where my dad got this. I think he got it on Facebook Marketplace somewhere. We used to have it hooked up down here when we just had the speakers on that side, but then we found that Yamaha, and this just went into storage. I was going to use that Sansui that you guys saw over here on the bench, but left channel decided to be annoying. I totally forgot that when we took it apart and cleaned it, that it actually got worse. So luckily, the guy I bought those speakers from, though, does repair for all kinds of audio equipment. So if me and my dad can't get this thing actually to sound right, he hopefully should. And obviously, this isn't one of the good Sansuis. This isn't a classic, true Sansui. Still, though, it didn't sound horrible when it was working fine, even when the audio was a little muffled. And then after we cleaned it, you know, like I said, left channel just quit on us. But yeah, so anyways, that's really just about all I've got to show you here. Thank you all so much for watching, and to you fan people, sorry that this isn't fans, but I want to post this anyways. Since I've done other audio videos, I figured I might as well keep you in the loop here. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.